Hi everybody, it's Lace, and while I have not been doing videos for a while, it's for a very good reason. I found a little love in my life, which takes me away from the love of the game, so I hope you guys won't hate me too badly. But what I wanted to do right now is go over some tips for governors. This is governors of POTs. And this came about because tonight I went to a pop-up event, and this is no offense to the town governor or any other town governor or anybody that has a POT and is a governor, but I think there's some tools that they don't always realize that they can use to help guide folks to their events. And this is simply by going to www.shroudtheavatar.com/map. Now this is the same utility that everybody can use to help them navigate the world of Novia, which is this right here. But if they type in, let's say, perhaps their own POT, second here while I get in there, and I'm going to type in one I own. Let's spell it correctly. Diamond Fields. And again, I am logged in. I'm not spelling it right, but there we go. Diamond Fields. It knew what I was talking about by doing a partial. It shows me the map of my POT. Now, what you can see what I've done, and I really strongly encourage anybody with a POT to do the same thing. You can see, oops, I'm zooming in a little bit too hard and too fast here. You can see I've put little labels around my area. This is the guest ball field. The golf course is back here. This is, what does that say? Courtyard with pop-up village events. And then we've got our crafting pavilion. We can see we have our row houses and a horseshoe thing, which is something, again, long before we went to persistence that I wanted to do to create a community. Many POTs now kind of have shopping malls with a similar lineup where they've got all their rows together. And you'll see that we've got our villages and towns. And while some of these may seem empty, some are just farmlands. Like a lot of this is all taken up in farmlands. There's no houses. So when you look at these maps, the lots may look empty, but it's probably likely farmland in some cases. So it shows empty, but oh well, they're okay. So maybe not. Looks like so you can see that's got a village lot. It looks empty, but yeah, I do have a lot there and there. This community farmland, my farmland, and things like that. And that's going to hold true in your own personal POT. The thing that I'd like to see more POT governors do is put these labels like I've got here where they're labeling the various sections. And again, I'm not trying to stomp on any governors. I just don't know that they all are aware that they can do this by going to shroudtheavatar.com/map, logging in to the POT that they happen to own. You can't do it with an alt or a co-stewardship or something like that. It has to be the person that owns the land, and what they can do is add a label. So if I go over here to these little things, lot status, I know there's a thing that says label or whatever. I know it's somewhere over here. 1 second. That took me 1 minute to realize what I was doing. So right up here in the upper right, I want to turn edit on. And when I do that, it gives me more icons that I can use. And what I'm looking for is insert label. So like somebody just moved in this area. You can't quite see their town and village lot. And I actually already placed a label for them. But it was boat docks 1. So if we're coming into, and this is something I need to do in my own POT, and I encourage other POT owners is, as you know, as people zone in, they zone into this main docks. Right here's the street sign. The street sign will say you can go to private docks 1, 2, 3, 4, or side docks 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, this kind of depends on what kind of docks or areas your particular POT has, but it's a street sign. And I don't have anything here that says, hey, if you go to, side docks 1, it's going to take you here. And that's actually what happened here, is we got a new resident of boat docks 1, not private docks, to here. So it's kind of hard to know that if you want to get to someone's house from your zone in, and they're in one of these outskirt areas which have some lovely views. The guy that claimed this tonight, right here you can see the water. There's a gorgeous waterfall, and he got a town and a village right in here. I suspect these were upgrades from his Shroud reward and his rollout reward, and he upgraded one to a town and one to a village, and he was able to place a town and a village right in this area, right near a gorgeous waterfall with a gorgeous water view. You know, he had looked at some other areas, and I was like, I got this and I got that, and, you know, I'm like, well, let's look over here. And he actually fell in love with this area. I believe I've had some other people live in this area, but, you know, it's not going to get really heavy vendor traffic. But, my God, the views. You've got the water view. You've got the beautiful sky view. And depending on your POT biome, this is the island biome, there's that. So I feel like we should all have some kind of map, maybe place at our docks on a bulletin board or whatever, that says where the boats are going to take you. So like for here, so I've now mapped out that the boat docks 1 transport takes us over to here. I should probably place, sorry, bear with me. I should probably place a bulletin board that just says to where these connect. This is the far east, this is the far north, whatever. There's also, at least in a POT island biome, there's a little boat right here that takes you out to this island. Now, I've had so many people come and go on this island. They're like, oh, my island, my island. And then there's like another little island that's out here, and folks like to live out there and stuff. Again, you're not going to get a lot of foot traffic because you're way out in the edges. But that, again, is the reason we designed Diamond Fields this way, is to have this heavy row house concentration for vendors. And again, I'm probably digressing a little bit, you know, talking about, you know, plumping up my own feathers and stuff. But the main point of this video is to get your governors to come to shroudoftheavatar.com/map, log in as the governor, and add these labels to, you know, designate the areas. I've had governors go, well, this area is my market, and this area is my this, and this area is with that. But when you hit M for map and game, you can't see that. And they're like, well, it's east of the balloon. Well, where's the balloon? If I zoned in way over here, how the hell do I know that the balloon's way over here? You know, and sometimes when you log out of the game, when you zone back in, you're going to come back to the spot you last were, and you don't come into the natural zone in. So say east of the zone in, and you're over here, and you don't know where the zone in is, that's not going to help you. So by getting your governors to put some little tags in their POT, this is going to help players find events, and it's going to give them a more lived-in feel for their area. Now, keep in mind that folks that are stewards and stuff that help manage a town are not going to be able to do this. They need to log in. Whoever the owner is needs to log in to be able to get access to those icons and turn edit on. And then if you don't want to mess anything up, you turn it off. And oops, there we go. You turn edit off. You can place markers. There's a lot of things you can do. And again, this goes back to the old core website that was sodamaps.com that Portalarium bought from the guy that originally developed this and stuff. And they've, you know, expanded on it to where it actually shows ownership. So if I go into here and I look, I can see who owns this. I can see I own that one. I can see Artie owns this one. I can see, oh, that's empty. Oh my goodness, that's like Prime right by the thingy. And now they're not updated up to the minute. Don't expect that to show actual vacancy versus occupancy. I believe it's probably only about once a month those get updated. I'm not sure how those push out, but you can kind of at least get a general idea. The main thing is the labels. I think those go in pretty quickly because I know I was back in the POT. I hit M for map, and I had added this label. Dang it. There we go. by the person that got this, and you know, that's what drove me to make this video, and then also say I should map my docks so that you know that if you took boat 1, you go here. If you took private dock, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, you go here, or whatever. So I should label each one. You can see the docks here, right? So the street signs right here at the main entrance take you to all these different places. And I have not, because I'm a bad governor apparently, have not said that they take you here, there, or wherever. Like here's somebody way out on an island, you know, they want to live all by their own. I've not done that. So I would like to encourage all the other governors to do better than I have done. I've labeled mine pretty well, but I've not mapped out all my boat docks, and so this is a clue for me to do that, and this is to encourage you guys to do that. So take care, everybody. Happy hunting, and be safe.